Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kita masih pakai Lakers. Penyisian bergabung. Run.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play one test game for each one. In the NBA 2K21 demo, you can also
masih lama.
Up next, the Lakers taking on the Grizzlies. For the Los Angeles Lakers, a perfect opportunity to show their best. At home, they have a chance to jump up in the standings.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Game show dulu. Okay.
Welcome, basketball fans. It's the Los Angeles Lakers matched up against the Memphis Grizzlies. Well, for the Grizzlies, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. And let's check out a breakdown, looking at some stats for Brooks.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well,
Great, DA, thanks. Long season, Chris. Talk about the challenges of maintaining focus and concentration throughout these 82 regular season games.
I mean, the season just wears on you. First of all, physically, the travel, the games, the practice. So one, you have to get through it physically, so take care of your body. Second, mentally, just the fact that you go through every season from Christmas to the summertime. Can you just stay mentally prepared and engaged and remember what the big focus is, why all of you guys came together, the championship. So really, it's just a constant reminder that you have to do the little things every day. It's not about the big picture. It's day by day until we get to the end. And usually when you keep that narrow-minded type of focus, you'll get to the end of the season and say, wow, that was quick. That was
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Sensational speed from James, a force of nature in the open court. His combination of quickness and athleticism.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Pass to Morant. Fires from 18. And again, Memphis no good. For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. They kick it out to Green. Lets it go from deep. Here's Davis. Here's McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
This is why JaVale McGee is out here. When he hustles like this, his coaches and teammates notice.
The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
Dapat lagi.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And now Davis pushing it up. No one back. Oh!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis, coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, Greg, that's just the communication and the energy. It just seemed non-existent on defense, and that can't happen. Not at this level.
There's Morant. Last time out, he had 14 points. To stop the run, Valanciunas trying to free himself up, and it's Morant missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And as we're reaching the end of the calendar year, here's a great chance to delve into the updated power rankings. You take a look at the Timberwolves. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And seeing where the Lakers are, they're kind of in a little bit of a holding pattern early on, trying to find answers to a few questions, but overall playing a solid brand of basketball.
Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against the Wizards. No good from Valanciunas.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against them. That's just great work inside.
And that one's good. Green.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Grizzlies trail by 11. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Morant with it. And there's the pass to Winslow. Shot clock at 5. Fires from 14, and he gets it to go. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
And when they kept getting all those gifts, they took advantage. Turnovers don't mean anything unless you turn them into points.
Davis finds James, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Grizzlies have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Passes it to Winslow. Pass to Morant. Fires from the line. That one misses. Great D that time from Green.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
.144 left here in the first quarter.
When we mentioned McGee's outstanding length, there, you saw what he did. He used that to swat the shot.
LeBron against Winslow. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. It's hauled in by LeBron. Lakers leading by 12. And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Yeah, Kevin, the front office shakeup this summer for the Grizzlies. The new leadership wants to take more of a long-term, proactive approach to things.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. Waiters, he's checked in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Caldwell Pope. Here's Kuzma, and Kuzma slams it in.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Here's Jang. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. LA has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Rondo. That one drops for him.
displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the night.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
The Grizzlies trail by 19. Jones, the pass to Anderson. Back to Jones. Right wing. Zhang with the ball. Picked up by Kuzma.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
To the inside. Here's Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Here's Clark with 1 on the clock. And so it's Los Angeles with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
They've got Kyle Kuzma. Rajon Rondo is out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Smith, and it's Howard in at the 5, down low. That's the Laker 5.
This is the chemistry Howard has with his guys. Fantastic at realizing when to go for alley-oop.
Here's Clark, guarded by Kuzma. Jones, the pass to Clark. To the left side wing. Clock at 4. Anderson's shot is off.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
Here's Kuzma, and Kuzma slams it in.
Takes some strength to finish through that kind of contact. Kuzma's definitely put in his share of work in the weight room.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Poked away. Rondo with the steal. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. Waiters surveying the D. Smith for 3. They get it back. Howard, good. Howard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when you take care of the backboard, you can limit teams to one shot.
The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year we're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and to see what happened the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, you know, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. And in basketball, you want to go play with your friends.
Same stuff, yeah.
How do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids would play together, and we could win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that. But I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team.
Here's Brooks. And they pick up 2.
These are what I call rhythm shots. When Brooks nails these, it helps get him going.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Morris kicks to Davis. Clock at 6. Over Jackson. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Davis has got 6.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Now here's Morant. Guarded close. Pass to Winslow. Brooks, left side. Here's Jackson. Goes back up. Brooks misses.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been easy lay.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
And the Lakers making a change here. James is checked in. And Memphis also making a switch. Valanciunas is checked in for Clark. Goes up, and Davis throws it down.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
James misses.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And now you'll see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And coming up as an only child in difficult circumstances, LeBron James said he had to grow up early and take charge of his life at a young age.
Yeah, and that's what made him such a solid person and a great basketball player. And ever since he sought control of his own destiny, Kevin, he empowered trusted friends along the way. Hey, he's paved a new path for players taking ownership of their careers.
Now here's Brooks. D right on him. Now here's Morant. And again, Memphis no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
2 points. That one goes.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. 46 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's the 3. And that one's good. Caruso.
Well, that's a look they always want him to take. Because if he's got the space, he's got the green light.
Now here's Morant, guarded by Bradley. Here's Valanciunas, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Oh, he's a sensational offensive rebounder. Valanciunas, he just has the nose for where to be when shots go up.
LeBron against Winslow. Now here's James. Defense right on him. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Justice Winslow.
In many ways, he feels like he's playing his best ball right now when you talk about LeBron James.
He doesn't get the second one.
Well, finally, he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game is going on.
Right side Jones. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. No good on that one. And so it's Los Angeles. Sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 13.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Halftime dulu.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The Lakers did not hesitate to set the pace, showing tremendous urgency and a ton of energy. They got out on a masterful 13-2 run to start out. At the end of the first quarter, they found themselves way out on. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
So on the floor for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the three, the small forward.
Yeah, and you got to count the poor health of the Lakers last season, hampering their ability to compete. The longest injury layoff in LeBron James' career. And all told, more than 200 games missed to injury.
Valanciunas dishes to Winslow. Shoots from 12. Rebound the Lakers. McGee's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
It's stolen by Davis. Pass break, the Lakers. And the wide-open shot from Green. Caldwell Pope passes to LeBron. Off target with his three. And the Lakers parting ways with their head athletic trainer from last season and hoping for more health this year.
Wow, well, you all know it's a result-oriented business. I mean, luck can play a big role with injuries, believe me. Teams count on their training staff to keep players in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Morant. Jackson trying to break free. And that one's good, Morant. Morant's got his second bucket of the night.
Just to make him a little more unstoppable, Morant's developed a deadly teardrop.
The pass to Green. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Memphis. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. That will conclude their brief two-game road trip. Over to the left wing. Now here's Morant. Covered by LeBron. 5 to shoot. There's Winslow. Takes it off the glass. Winslow's got 6 points. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's James. Brooks grabs the board. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Winslow against Davis. Winslow's shot is off.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
The Grizzlies shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. No one near him. They get the rebound. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Sometimes Brooks is a tough matchup for the D, especially when he's playing with some intensity and looking to score.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Chang, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Clark comes in for Jaren Jackson. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Justice Winslow. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morant.
Now look at this. This is one of Smith's specialties. He has a quick release fire off the pass.
Passes to Melton. Jones against Rondo. And a bit of a battle for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. With every possession creating offense now, which big men do the best job of scoring off the bounce?
That's a good question. LaMarcus Aldridge in San Antonio, Coach Pop has given him the freedom. And Joel Embiid, we sleep on him because he's 7 foot, but when he faces up in the post, he doesn't usually give you his back. He faces up, triple threat, gives you a jab step, a counter in and out, and gives you something nice. I mean, his ball handling ability is great for a 7-footer, and I like Embiid.
Yeah, and Rondo, he's fantastic at staying strong through the contact.
Pass to Clark. 1:56 left in the third. Craig, a new look roster for the Grizzlies. They got a lot more athletic this past summer.
Well, Ja Morant and Brandon Clark, their first-round picks, 2 of the more explosive players in the draft. The Grizzlies last in the league in pace last season. They may have cause to accelerate that tempo this year.
And the Lakers making a change here. Waiters is checked in. And Memphis also making a switch. Anderson's checked in. 1:36 left in the third quarter. They get a hand on it. Clark can't hit that one. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Pass to Caruso. Takes a 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Clark. There's a minute left in the third. Pops in the layup for 2.
Looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit.
Smith outside. Waiters for 3. Drills it from outside. Waiters got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Lakers. Melton passes to Jones. Memphis moving that ball around. Feeds it to Anderson. And the layup's good off the glass. Anderson's got his first basket of the night.
That length helping Anderson on these contested shots. Sometimes he's just a little longer.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Inside, here's Kuzma. And it's Melton with the rebound. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Down low. Here's Clark. From deep three-point range, and the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles, able to put on a show for the ages. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And we'll be back with you. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. 2 guards have to be able to make plays for others.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Deion Waiters is out there with Avery Bradley. Then there's Markieff Morris. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Smith in at the 3 set. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Can't shake Kuzma. Even when you try to get physical with him, he maintains his focus.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Anthony Tolliver, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Free throw good, Kuzma.
Yeah, and at Utah, Kyle Kuzma restricted to more of a traditional power forward role. Now the wide open NBA style has unleashed his game.
Kicks it out to Allen. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Allen's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here's Bradley. Caldwell-Pope for 3. They get it again. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's his first foul. And for Memphis, they're shooting a ghastly 26% from the field. Their offensive game looking completely out of whack. And Chris, really a combo forward game for Kuzma. He's comfortable playing small forward as well.
But defensively, I think he's better on the wing. I mean, think about this. In high school, he was only 5'9" as a freshman. Man, did he grow. He has experience on the perimeter.
And Waiters kicks to Bradley. Back to Waiters from outside the arc. Excellent D there from Allen. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Jones drives in, got a hand on it. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. Kuzma inside, working on Allen.
And blocks like this fire Anderson up, which in turn get his teammates going as well.
Count it, good. Jackson's got his first points of the night.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
And here's Bradley from 3. Los Angeles with another miss. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Allen. Excellent D there from Waiters. Los Angeles has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Caldwell Pope against Jones. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Morris. Kuzma inside. He's covered by Anderson. And the pass to Bradley. Back to Caldwell Pope. They need this one. Rebounded by Jackson.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
Allen outside. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Tolliver. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Kept alive. Here's Anderson. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
The work ethic shining through right there. Kyle Anderson is someone that doesn't give up on plays.
Bradley passes to Kuzma. It seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league could find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Green comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Waiters. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Bradley. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Outside Jackson unloads. Memphis the rebound. Anderson lays it up off the glass.
Thanks to Kyle Anderson's size advantage over most of his matchups, he's an effective interior scoring option.
Back to Rondo. Can they get it? And again, the Lakers no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Memphis. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Anthony Davis.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
Gorgie Dang's checked in for the Grizzlies. And even though Chris Dwight Howard won't be logging the 35-plus minutes he once did, he is still a factor when he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. You better pay attention to Dwight. He can still hurt you with any touch he gets around the basket. I like seeing him in short bursts where you can force the opposing team to adjust to him inside.
First one falls for him. So he picks up just one from the line that time.
A championship standard in LA with the Lakers, the expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both looked up in the rafters and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
Now Rondo. Over in the corner, Green cans it from downtown.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have
LBG
to do
kita
is play
kasih
smart.
tambah
And so
bermainnya
it's
lagi.
the Lakers taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for Chris Webber, Greg Anthony.
Ganti tambah waktu bermain. Mungkin kita kurangin. Kita tambahin. Cedera lagi. Ready. Apa lagi tuh? Ya kan? dulu. Rata minggu jadi main, gak main. Tas. Oh. Keluar sendiri bisanya. Loh. Sana tuh. Oke. Oke, kita bisa. Draw lagi 2 minggu.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Langsung saja.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
And you look at Lowry. He's there in the top 10 in the Eastern Conference voting. The fans have really gotten behind him.
And that's the way it should be. I mean, you could make a case that he should be a starter, but there's just so many great players in the East. Just being in the top 10 shows how much respect the fans have for him.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slot. Lowry and Powell, the guard. And it's Ibaka in at the center position. And for Los Angeles, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 1.
Now, there's an awareness that's required to be a good passer, and Kyle Lowry, he has it.
And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers.
You know, you think about the most important players in Toronto Raptors history. Vince Carter probably #1. DeMar DeRozan would be on that list. But boy, Kyle Lowry has got to be there as well. Remarkable how far they've come since he joined the team back in 2012.
And the Raptors and Lowry both grew together, Doris, wouldn't you say?
A marriage made in heaven. Kyle Lowry has always played with a huge chip on his shoulder. He still carries that edge, but that maturity and leadership turned into a championship in Toronto. Doesn't get better than that.
Now here's LeBron. He had 13 points in the win against Memphis. Kept alive. They kick it out to Green. That 3 off the mark. And the Raptors with possession. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And I love the way they just came right out at them in that game, determined to attack the rim.
You know, typically when you go that hard to the rack, you can make a living at the charity stripe, and that's exactly what happened.
Stolen. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Takes it out to Siakam. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Siakam's got 5 points so far.
Boy, talk about confidence right there. Siakam on the catch and shoot, ready to rise and fire.
Caldwell Pope outside. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now, here's Lowry. Boy, he was something else against Utah.
Well, that's not easy to box out like that. It's just great footwork, and that gave him just the time he needed.
McGee. Kuzma kicks to McGee. From deep. That shot, no good. So the Raptors will take it the other way.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Ibaka outside. About this time of the year, we hear early talk about end-of-the-season awards. When you're thinking about who you'd vote for MVP or whatever, Doris, when do you start giving consideration to those topics?
You know what's fascinating, Kevin, is where all the major awards are considered, particularly the MVP, it feels like there's a narrative that develops back when the season starts. The key as a voter, I think, is to sort of eliminate the noise, look at the numbers, consider the success of teams, and make your decision from there. You've got to make sure you're really doing your research.
And sometimes, am I right, it comes down to the final couple days of the regular season before a voter like yourself knows for sure.
Kev, I have cast my MVP ballot on the last possible day in each of the last 3 years.
LeBron with the buckets.
I'll tell you, that is the area of greatest development in LeBron James's game. That incredible perimeter game that he has added later in his career. Incredible.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Lakers now. For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against Memphis.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
We talk about multiple efforts on the defensive end, and I thought, boy, that was good old-fashioned focus, team effort. What a win.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Hammering it in.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Well, think about it, guys. For years, the Raptors had been unable to translate all of that regular season success to dominance in the playoffs. But last season, they changed that narrative. Now it's, excuse me, we are the defending champion Toronto Raptors.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Now here's Davis. Just 2 to shoot over Waiters. And the Raptors miss again.
A fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Pass to Smith from deep three-point range. Good D by Siakam. And that focus on playoff results, Doris, something that Toronto embraced, wouldn't you say?
Oh, my goodness, no doubt. We saw it in their methodical approach to the regular season. They were selective with their rest for Kawhi Leonard. They stayed patient. They built chemistry. And it turned into results, the ultimate results in June.
Now here's Waiters. No points in the game yet for him. Smith for three. Offensive rebound. Morris kicks to Bradley. Buries it from three-point range.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Toronto calls timeout.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
And as we're reaching the end of the calendar year, here's a great chance to delve into the updated power rankings. Taking a look at Toronto. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at Los Angeles, they've come out with a vengeance. I don't care what anyone said about them or their chances to start the year. Now let's see if they can maintain this momentum.
Here's Waiters, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Outside Gasol. To end the cold streak, that one drops for him.
Well, not much you can do there defensively. Marc Gasol, just too much size to stop from that range.
Down low. Here's Howard. Morris, left side. Smith, the pass to Bradley. And here is Waiters. Howard dishes to Waiters. A three from Bradley. Doesn't go that time. Here's Davis. And Siakam with the basket on the assist by Davis. And it's 7 points for Siakam.
Well, Pascal Siakam has such soft touch, and he uses his length to his advantage on the inside there.
And so it's LeBron. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complementary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
So for Toronto right now, you've got Fred VanVleet. He's out there with Davis. Siakam is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Boucher in at the force line. Good on the second free throw. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level. His determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, DA. Great story, and thank you.
Rondo just being creative there on that drive, finding different ways to burn the D whenever he penetrates.
Now here's Davis. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Boucher. Poked away. Here's Siakam. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Pascal Siakam, the efficiency, the willingness to go ahead and pile up some points. Nicely done here.
Here's Rondo. The pass to Caruso. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Caruso's got his first 3 points of the game. And the Raptors call time here.
3-pointnya Alex Caruso.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Markieff Morris. James checked in for Smith. And Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's VanVleet. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. McGee with the block.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And here's Kuzma. He kicks to LeBron. Passes it to Caruso. But they recover it. Moves back up. And the rejection by Lowry. And finished off by LeBron.
The elevation and athleticism of LeBron at his size, just incredible.
Raptors trail by 6.
Guys, how about the journey of the Raptors' Nick Nurse? So well traveled before taking the head job in Toronto. This guy has shown his worth. In his first season as a head coach in the NBA, it translates to a title. Absolutely incredible.
Lakers leading by 6. Foul on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
And Coach Nick Nurse paid some dues, Doris, before his turn as head coach of this Toronto team.
Well, think about it. Early in his career, he's a player coach in the British Basketball League. Then he goes and establishes a G League franchise in his home state of Iowa. Then to lead that team to a title in 2011, join another G League team for the Raptors and win a title in 2013. Really an incredible journey, guys.
Here is Cook after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. McGee in the high post. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Kicks to Powell. Jacks up a 3. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
Well, on the catch and shoot, Norman Powell ready to rise and fire.
LeBron against Powell. Pass to Kuzma. Here's Caruso, covered by Van Vliet. Just 5 to shoot. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Caruso's got 6 in the quarter. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. They trail by 9 points. Pass to Lowry. Back to Van Vliet. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
They get it again, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. Lakers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Danny Green, he's checked in for LeBron. Waiters comes in for Alex Caruso. And Bradley subbed in for Quinn Cook. Van Vliet, and the basket is good. Van Vliet's got his first bucket of the night.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
It is not an easy task trying to convert against length. Give him credit for taking on that challenge.
Now here's Waiters. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And a 2-for-1 is there for him if they want it.
Well, you're trying to end the quarter the right way. It takes awareness and it takes discipline.
Lowry against Bradley. Van Vliet kicks to Powell. It's stolen by Green. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Bradley can't get it to go. Knocked loose. They kick it out to Green. And the pass to Waiters. Shoots over Van Vliet. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Waiters got his first points of the game. 1 second left. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for the Lakers right now, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in it to 1. Here's Anunoby. Wide open shot is on the money. Anunoby's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Toronto. Los Angeles leading by 8. 2 seasons at Indiana for OG Anunoby, and the 23rd pick of the 2017 draft. Great talk about his game.
You know, NBA ready physically from day one. You know, still working for consistency with his shooting, especially at the free throw line. But I like his potential as a two-way player.
James against Powell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Well, we know every game LeBron is going to find his way to the line just from his aggressive style.
Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible to check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. He has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you.
And over the last few seasons, Kyle Lowry's scoring trending downward. His assists increasing, though, dramatically, relying more on his teammates to get the job done.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for JaVale McGee. Markieff Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. J.R. Smith's checked in for LeBron. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Green. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to 10 in the bucket there from Lowry.
Boy, Kevin, I thought he might get a call there. I thought it was pretty clear contact. But we know Lowry's not looking for the whistle. This guy's just looking to put points on the board.
Out to Morris. Shoots the 3. That one doesn't go. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. And we've seen Lowry settling for more perimeter shots in recent years.
I mean, he's always had a great motor, but you have to adapt as you get older. Some back issues starting to creep in, and important for him to stay healthy along the way.
Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. And the 3 off target. Raptors trail by 8. 13 feet away. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by Lowry. Davis has got his first basket. The Lakers have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Rondo passes to Howard. Boucher with the rebound.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Here's Siakam. And sent back by Howard.
Dwight Howard at his best, sending it back.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Waiters, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Avery Bradley in for Rajon Rondo. And Toronto also making a switch. Van Vliet's checked in. Davis against Waiters. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Gasol. Makes it off the glass.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Smith outside. And J.R. Smith with the slam.
You know, we think J.R. Smith is just a shooter, but make no mistake, he has no problem attacking the rim.
It's stolen by Bradley. To the paint. The shot's good from Smith. And It's an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Van Vliet passes to Siakam. That's tipped. Oh, and here comes Smith all alone. That one goes in. Smith's got 6 points in the quarter. 1:12 left to play in the third. Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
And Waiters has it in the corner. No good.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Siakam against Smith. And the shot goes in. 19 points for Siakam.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Bradley can't get it to go. And there's the call on Howard. That's his first foul. Now here's Van Vliet. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. And that one released in time, but no good.
Well, Dwight Howard staying engaged on the defensive end. Boy, does he make an impact.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. On the wings, Powell and Anunoby. Marc Gasol is out there with Ibaka. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. Cook dishes to Waiters. Misses the three. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. 8-point game. The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Waiters for three. Toronto grabs the miss. Ibaka's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
Here's Cook. Here's McGee. And he drops in the layup on the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now Powell. To the left side wing. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Van Vliet.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
And it's McGee with the jam.
It's impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Van Vliet with the ball.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
And some changes here for the Lakers. James comes in for Dion Waiters. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Cook. And the Raptors also making a change. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
And it's James missing. Raptors trail by 5. Lowry has the open look. But they get it back. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. LeBron kicks to Kuzma. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
So why does LeBron James have the ball in his hands? Because look at that sixth sense. Wow, what a pass.
Lowry against Caldwell Pope. Lowry passes to Gasol. Lays it up off the glass.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Los Angeles leading by 6. LeBron with it. And the dunk by James.
Well, 6'8" and 200. Who knows how many pounds? But the King, one of the most apropos nicknames in sport.
Toronto's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Lowry for 3, and again Toronto with the triple.
Lowry is stone cold when it comes to making big-time shots. Go ahead, Kyle.
Here's James. Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Shoots over Powell. James misses.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Pass to Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
Marc Gasol undaunted in the big moment. Go ahead with the delivery.
Powell against LeBron. Pass to Green. Caldwell Pope on the wing. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight. And that speaks to how solid his shot selection has been. Nothing forced and really no bad decisions. Just good, smart, offensive basketball.
McGee with the block. LeBron against Siakam. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, how about a multi-time champion and a multi-time MVP, and LeBron James continues to dominate. It truly is special to watch.
Raptors trail by 8. 1:25 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Siakam. McGee with the block. James looking around. Caldwell Pope finds James. Back to Caldwell Pope. But they'll get another chance. It's James atop the key. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Kyle Lowry. And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 9. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. There's 53 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And the Raptors miss again. Ibaka against LeBron. No good that time. Good D by Siakam. Last break. Here come the Raptors. All going up court. And the dunk by Powell.
Woohoo! The leaping ability of Norman Powell. Throw it down, sir.
LeBron against Powell. Now here's LeBron. D right on him. He kicks to Green. Knocks down the three ball. And the Lakers lead by 10.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Caldwell Pope outside. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
Some call them wins and lessons. Coach not wasting any time making his point.
Well, maybe not his time, but this game is certainly finished. Let's get it over with.
Here's McCaw. No good. And so Los Angeles takes the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to on both ends.